we go, that's everything all gone live. As you might have seen my badly typed message in chat, join us this time next week for your chance to win a Tholian T6 ship. That's going to be the one that I'm in at the moment, which is the TeacherKirby, which is the Lobby Store ship, which I think is the better of the two. And the other one is the Joragumo, which is the T6 lockbox ship, which is just been dropped into the Infinity Pack. So we are going to be giving that away this time next week, but you need to make sure you are a follower. So only if you're following will you be able to win the ship. Oh, the other stipulation is you're a member of the Armada. So I've got to do some endeavours here. So deal kinetic, heal my shields, and destroy Terran ships in the battle zone. And lucky enough, I've turned this into a torp boat, which I've done from day one. So let's see where we needed. Might as well just go over and start on this one. I'm sure through the course of the stream we'll have various people jump in and join me. But in the meantime, just have to battle with me on my own. And that's that holo. Thank you for following. No, they don't tend to give great fleet marks at all, unfortunately. What I tend to use this one for is number one for killing Terrans, as you can see. But the other one as well is it does drop the inducers, which you can use for your projects, or you can turn into dilithium. So I tend to turn them into dilithium. Right, hopefully that should be healing my shields. There we go. So I had 3 nice easy space ones today. So I've got to do 50 of these ships, which is not too bad. Yeah, I get quite lucky with the endeavours. I can usually do them all on one map or two. If not, there's always re-rolls. Really should just sit still near my gravel, shouldn't I? There you go, so you can see you get the experience points there, and then from the end you can pick up the transducers. So let's move on to the next part. Where should we go to? That's what I want. So just 11 more to go. And boatloads of salvage. Yeah, I've already got loads of salvage, and I sort of don't need to upgrade anything on the ship at the moment. I have everything set the way I want it, which is quite nice. There you go. And that's the endeavours done. I will be nice though. I'll finish and do the generators and finish this system. Might as well. Let's do the first stage. Let's go over and get this one done. There we go. That's that one done. Yeah, I'm really not taking too much salvage either because I've got a reasonably full inventory. Right, there we go, nice and easy. And as you can see, the inventory is quite full, so I'm not going to get too much salvage and items from drops. If I need anything, I'll get it tomorrow. But in the meantime, let's leave the Badlands. Right, let's see what these points have gained me today. Oh, I think that's a no-brainer on a side tune. Just don't forget, if you haven't already followed us, select that follow button, and if you tune into us next week, we'll also have these Tholian ships. I'm going to keep plugging these all the way through the stream, so as people know to tune in next week. And almost at the edge of the map, there we go. I've also been playing a lot with Demo Record this week, and if you're not a member of Temple Operations Discord, you'll find the links also on this page. Join our Discord server, and you can see loads of pictures taken using Demo Record. Most of the ones that I've posted up are, I think they're 8K, so some really nice high resolution pictures. There's Vengeance, there's the temporal ships, recreation of the Enterprise being borrowed by Captain Kirk in the Search for Spock. A few other nice shots, and guys in the Armada are also dropping pictures in there, so feel free to have a look. Right, let me just have a quick look through some of these pictures. So to give you an idea of the sort of pictures that there are, there's a link there to one of our pictures that we've got. So, and I've already got prepared for next week, so these are the two ships that I'm going to be giving away. So there's the Jorogumo, and there's the Iktomi, which is fast becoming one of my favourite ships. I think I've already said that a couple of times. But anyway. In fact, I will go and jump into it. Let's beam up. Right, and as usual, save the loadout, remove one item, and re-equip. And I'll give a little run through his paces. I'll take it up to somewhere like Korea and just go against the enemies that spawn in there. This was the first of the two that I flew, and I actually thought it was the more powerful of the two ships. And I tried both, but based on maneuverability, the other one just has the edge, I think. Although it depends on the map. I think that's got a lot to do with that. But either way, they're still both very good ships. Those are quite a lot of the T6 lockbox and Lobi ships. Looks like I'm going to be terminating the employment of that Helms officer again. God knows how many I've gone through. They keep crashing into stars. I didn't have DI on my menu, otherwise I would have dropped it on. Skurak there. I do believe that's one of our Armada members. Yep. So it's not a bad ship. Which for an advanced run was quite high. As pets do wonderful things. Right, let's try Beta Thoridor. I fired off the macro in the wrong order. That's right, they will get caught. If I target one, that crap ought to move closer to them. Oh, it dissipated. Didn't come close enough for me to get that on them in time. So Aaron said that last level unlocking that Jem'Hadar ship. Yeah, I can understand that. It does take a bit of time. So worth it though. Right, so let's do something a little bit different. Normally you always see me playing a Cytoon. So... oh no, someone's actually hit the follow button and I was logging out, so that means it's not replicated into the chat. It means I have to click this one here. And let's have a quick look. Blue Umbreon has followed. Thank you very much for the follow. And for those that have just followed and have only just joined us, we are streaming next week at this time, and we will be giving away these Tholian ships that I've been flying this evening. So the T6 Ikomi and the T6 Juragumo. And they're only going to be given to people that are in the Armada or are followers of the stream. So I'm not sure whether we're going to be giving an extra chance to the people that follow, that are in the Armada. But we'll have a look and make sure that it's done fairly in some way, shape or form. Right. What ship am I in? Yeah, I'm in a Vestum at the moment, which is quite a pretty ship. However, I was, for all intents and purposes, flying the Tashar Adapted Destroyer T6. Which is that one there, Destiny's Thorn. So cool because it's all pointy, obviously. Let me just put the visuals on that I want to use. I want the Lucari, there we go. Yeah, ROMs do get the coolest ships. However, this is cross-faction, so you can open this on any tomb. But yeah, the Vastum being, you know, just solely ROMing. It's a beautiful ship. It reminds me of the Fiery Phoenix from Battle of the Planets. You know, when the ship used to burst into flame, and it's got that sort of shape to it. And it's very, very similar to the old British V-Force bomber, the Vulcan bomber. But the Adaptive Destroyer is aesthetically, it's one of the nicest looking ships that one that I like. And also, if you are going to take some screenshots of your ships, I'm going to recommend coming here. A lot of people forget about this. One of the most beautiful maps for space that they've created. Right, I was just testing the DC button there just to make sure that it's working okay, because we've got a slow load and it could potentially DC. We don't want that. I haven't had one today, touch wood. So that means it's probably going to be this one. No, there we go. So to get free reign in this map, you just say not now. And with the colour schemes that you've got in here, and depending on what your ship looks like, if you've got a Riemann shield on some of the ships, you get a really nice mirrored look in this system. So if you're into your Space Barbie, this is one of the nicest maps to get some shots from. Because you've got your dark areas, you've got your light, you've got lots of colour. But anyway, let's go and blow some things up. Yeah, Space Barbie is a true endgame Raven. I think at some point we all end up doing it. If it's not your ship, it's your toon. Right, where shall I go to? So I'll probably go back up to Korea now. Where are we? Lost my bearings. Korea's there. Oh, Gameridon actually. What am I thinking of? Looking for one and thinking of the other. missed the engineering team there to negate the override. Right, now here I will spam the F just to pick everything up. Yeah, I will admit I don't play tactical that often, so it is a bit of a neglected. So I'm not really following the meta on this tune. However, he does have good old spiral wave disruptors, which are very nice. I haven't re-rolled their mods yet, can't leave them as they are. But it's a rather nice ship. So I need to go get some Voth marks with this character as well, and I haven't been really to the Dyson Sphere much, so I might go over there and let him go take on some Voth and probably get blown up a few times himself in the process. Sorry about that, I was just bringing the stream software back to the front.
Okay.
Hiya, Kirby.
Hello, Ed.
Where did you spring from?
From my mother's loin.
Oh, right, okay. Nah, it's just that when I'm streaming I don't get any dung. So don't tell me no one comes in channel.
Came in. Yeah, I was like, what kind of question is that?
And I've just had the sound to say that some poor unfortunate person has followed us.
Oh no.
Yeah. And that's Cadargo. Thank you for the follow there, Cadargo. I don't know whether you saw Kirby, but I did drop into Discord and I'll be mentioning it on stream. For people that tune in next Sunday at this time, we'll be doing another live stream, and on that stream we're giving away the Joragormo and the Iktomi, so both of the new Tholian T6 ships.
Cool.
Which would be good. So if you could mention it on your TeamSpeak, that'd be cool.
I will do that.
Dun, dun, dun. Where was I going to? Solani Dyson Sphere, wasn't it? So how's your Easter been? Has it been good to you?
Yeah, pretty good. Just as good as every other Sunday.
Just like the other Sunday. Right, I don't think I can escape. Yeah, I can. There we go. Yeah, so I'm being unusual. I'm actually playing attack.
What?
Yeah, I know. Well, I do have tactical officers and engineers. I just don't play them that often. It's all new to me. He can kill things. That's pretty good. Right, now I've got to stop these Undine from moving it back. Didn't get a chance to cloak and do the little surprise bit there. It's alright, let's just sit here and wait for him to arrive. I'll decloak me. Oh, don't say cup of tea that hollow. Now I want a cup of tea. Oh, no, that's the worst thing you can say to a British person.
Tea?
No, it wouldn't, Kirby. You'll get yourself moved out of channel if you say that.
Aww.
Yeah, I'm going to have a special non-microwave tea confinement channel for you.
Really?
Yep. I'm going to call it the Kirby Oubliette.
The Kirby what?
Oubliette.
Oubliette?
Yep. It's meant to be Oubliette, but I wasn't going to say it properly in the first place anyway. Alright, let's propel this forward. Oh, they've done it.
Oh, I have discovered Sporticus's secret YouTube identity.
Oh, no.
Yes. So how are things going for you this Easter Sunday?
Going good actually. It's been rather quiet. It's been nice.
Yeah.
I had a fun day yesterday. Quite
Oh, what did you do?
well. I had some friends that were raising money for a small girl that's got, I think it was leukemia, and they basically did an old school rave but in a bar. So I decided to take my sister, who is in her mid-60s, to a bar that was playing loud thumping techno music.
And this is the sister that's disabled?
Yes.
Okay.
So, but no, we sat outside for a few hours. She quite enjoyed getting out and having a drink.
Yeah.
We took a stroll home. Then I came back and realise that sitting in the sun for 3.5 hours does give you headaches.
Yeah. As well as sunburn sometimes, depending on certain things.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
my ball bits didn't burn. I was fine. Thank you very much, Cardago. It is a nice looking ship, isn't it?
I had one time, I was on some kind of antibiotic, might have been doxycycline, and I was still teaching, and we were getting ready for what they called May Day. I don't know if you guys ever celebrated May Day over there in the UK. It's
Oh,
basically a
where do you
spring
think
celebration.
where do you think it comes from?
Well, you
It's
might call it something else,
no, we call it May
or
Day. We have May Day bank
okay,
holidays as well, public holidays.
okay. So we were getting ready for May Day, and we were to the point where we were doing our first outdoor rehearsal. I swear to God, 10 minutes in the and my coworkers had to take over my class and send me back in because I was literally getting blisters on my arm.
It's a bit like that scene in RoboCop, isn't it, where you have to use
Hmm.
the blue gel. You too can stare in the California
Yeah.
sun. What is it, 20 minutes?
Yeah. So I had to, from that point on, I had to, carry an umbrella with me and on my arms, for my face. And on my arms, I took some of Poe's socks because he uses the big tube sock kind of stuff. So I took a couple of his old tube socks that were clean, so nobody, ew, dirty. No, they were clean. And I used those on my hands.
What
Kind
she
of,
hasn't told you is she used a pair of his boxer shorts as a hat.
no,
Oh.
that's what the umbrella was for. Anyway, but
What was the umbrella
I
made
kind
of?
of nylon.
Right,
Anyway,
that hollow, that is a parser called SCM. So if you just Google Stow Combat Meter, it'll take you through to a Dropbox link that you can use to download it, and you link it into your combat log file, which you'll find in your logs folder, game client folder, and drop it in there. Make sure you've also got the hyphen no auto rotate logs set in the command line. Teacher Kirby's got videos on all of those, how to use the parser, how to set it up, where to find the links. If you find her on YouTube, she's a great resource there. And no, I don't need to I don't need to
go ahead.
yeah, I don't need to tab out of it. If you look in the screen at this part here, you can see where I've got these numbers. I've got a keybind on F9, so now I've pressed the keybind, it turns the parser off, and it indicates by using the show mem command that the parser's running. Yep, Teacher Kirby, she's here with me in chat.
Yes. And my channel that Ed mentioned, you can find it on YouTube at youtube.com/TeacherKirby.
And it's probably
All
the
one word.
best resource. There's thousands of videos there for Star Trek Online's walkthrough.
Well, not thousands.
Well, hundreds.
Definitely under.
There's walkthroughs of all the new episodes, all the episodes there. There's some great tips, some tricks on how to's. So anything you need to know, go and have a look on that site first.
Thank you, Ed.
No problem.
And that was completely unsolicited.
Billions
Anyway.
of billions of videos.
Millions. Anyway. But anyway, so I used these, as I was saying about that sunburn.
Yeah.
So from then on, I used these tube socks. And I had some fun with it with my students, though. Because I was wearing the socks when we went out and had the umbrella up. And I told my class, anytime anybody asks you, why is Mrs. Alberstadt wearing these socks on her hands? You look them straight in the face and you say, what socks?
That's evil.
It is.
It's absolutely evil.
It is. But they had fun doing that.
Alright, let's get over here. Oh, what we got to do here? There we go. Destroyed it. Right, we've nearly got this zone, so there's nearly panicking us in here now. So let's head down to this one.
But in my defense, said I am the same person who every Christmas told my students that Santa Claus calls all the teachers to check if they've been naughty enough. And that I had a super secret Santa hotline number. So if they were naughty, then I could call Santa and tell Santa that they were naughty and not to give them their Christmas. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Right, well, being as this one is in, we got to outnumber the Allies. I'm just going to sit here and park up. Or maybe not. My hull's dropping. Forgot about that.
No, don't let your hull drop.
That's right, I got over near the scrap wall.
So, what possessed you to play attack today?
Oh, I don't know. I thought people might want to see something other than running around as a side.
Other than the side?
Although later on, if people jump in on stream and they want to run some stuff, so you know, and they need a side too.
So are you playing this attack as attack or as a side?
As attack.
Okay.
I'm using attack traits. I'm an Atasha adapted destroyer. I've got spiral wave disruptors. Using a beam build. Actually running the old meta, one of the old metas, a twin Zemot Gemro with a combination of Gamma and Omega, I believe. Although I might have changed it out for this ship. I'm not sure. I'll have a quick look in a minute. In fact, I'll have a quick look now. Let's have a quick look, see what we're running on here. So yeah, it should be a Gamma Beta combo. But it's not. You know how the loadouts change sometimes.
Yes.
Let's just spot cheat. Let's just go backwards a little bit. Oh, didn't get out of range in time. Let's do that now. And I'll change these over. So this is quite an old meta, this one. And it still works quite well. And it's relatively cheap to do. When I say relatively cheap, 30-40 million EC for the officers. You're going to need 2 of them. What you do is, I will give you a demo of how it works. So you need 2 active space officers, and I haven't got them on. That's how bad this is. So it's him, Zemot Gemro, and we'll also have. In fact, I'm going to keep those energy weapons officers. I'm going to change one back. I don't need Lyrin at the moment. Although these officers that I'm putting on are only blue, as you can see, they give a nice little stack to the crit on the weapons, so it's worth having there. So let's drop those on. Now what I'm going to do is, on the stations, I'm going to drop into that attack pattern Omega 3, and on that one there, attack pattern Beta 1. And I'm going to drop both of these skills on this bar next to each other, so as you can see what goes on. So, as you know, each skill has a global cooldown, and when you activate a skill of the same sort of group, so like an attack pattern, it drops the other one onto its global cooldown. Well, the global cooldown for attack pattern beta is 15 seconds. It is 15 or is it 20? It's a small amount. Attack pattern Omega is 30 seconds. So it's not really worth putting the two together. So when you pop that, as you can see, that's the time cycling on this. So when this now pops and becomes available, look at the time that's available on this one. Drops to 15 seconds. It now gives you the ability to cycle gamma and beta between each other every 15 seconds, so it puts the cooldown on all your attack patterns. It doesn't affect alpha. It's only bridge officer attack patterns. So as you can see, I can now cycle that round every 15 seconds, and that's where the damage boost comes from. So you're going to get the percentage from this one, which is a 25% Cat 2 damage bonus, plus also the damage resistance rating and the defense rating from that, and the bonus speed. And then 15 seconds later you're going to get the nice debuff from the attack pattern beta. Cardago, I've been playing the game since the start of 2013, and I run quite a large fleet and armada, and over the years I've had access to a lot of resource and just know how to get things easily. So like, I want to upgrade, say I wanted to upgrade something like, I don't know, let's choose yeah, let's just say I wanted to upgrade this phaser beam, and it was a purple beam that I got from the fleet or from the rep. I wouldn't do it immediately. I would wait, and I would wait for a bonus, well, for one of the R&D or for the upgrade weekends. There's one coming up very, very soon, and I would use the Phoenix. So I would save up my dilithium. I would, keep it going until I've got a few 100,000 dilithium, and then during the Phoenix event, I go in with the sole intention of getting the upgrades. So that's what I want. I don't care if I get an elite or anything else. I just look at an elite as being worth a few more upgrades to me, and I save those up, and I also open up some of the boxes that give you the R&D boosts that you can drop in, and also collect the slivers and the shards during the events to get the Omega upgrades. So these all help out. And on the bonus weekend, using the Phoenix upgrades with a couple of the ×2 or the 1.5s, which you can pick up quite cheap, sort of before, well, quite a bit before upgrade events, but usually when there's, yeah, May the 9th, there you go, patiently waiting. I think a few people are, and that's where you do your upgrading. You get much better bang for your buck, because you not only get the extra bonus on there, but if you're using the modifiers to give you that extra boost, don't waste the ones that give you the rarity increase. Only use the ones that give you the tech point increase, because you get more bang for your buck from those going up than you do from the rarity ones. It's just from experience. So I've found that if I've got 200 of those upgrades, which you can easily do from over a couple of months, just building up the dilithium, and then you can pick up an equivalent stack of those other boosts, the accelerators. Even 1.5 is good enough. 150, you can get everything on a ship gold and everything on your tomb for ground gold, and still have enough left over to last you for other bits and pieces that you'll pick up off the rep. Yeah, so it's worth waiting. But anyway, there was Planet Killers, which I should have been killing about a few minutes ago. And if you're having problem hitting your cap in dilithium, it's easy to do. So we do what we
Got
call,
a couple videos on that too.
yeah, but one of the most popular ones and quickest ways to do it is what I call a Taldea week, Taldea run. So there's several systems. There's Japori, Korea, Beta Thoridor, Gamma Eridon, which are the main ones we use. You can also throw in the Ranger system, and you can throw in Archer, but they do take a little bit longer than the others. And they basically just go in and kill 5 spawns of enemy. I'll show you quickly how easy it is to do. So I mean, even if you're running Mark 12 green blue weapons and you're set on normal, you'll be able to do part of what I'm about to show you to some degree. And if you get it just right, you can get your dilithium quite quickly. There's also the Voth ground battle zone that you can go into. That's a very quick place to go and pick up dilithium, especially if you're running with a group or following other players in a zone that have got a lot of firepower on the ground. They get it done quickly, and you can pick up the rewards for the zones rather rapidly. So in here, just go in, and I didn't cloak for long enough for that. Right, so what you now do is, as you can see, I've done this system, and it's thrown up this reward box. And what you do is you're meant to click here, and then select that. But we're not going to do that. I'm going to jump out of the system. And now the clock starts, and it's this clock here. So you've got the duration for this first box to be collected to get back into the system and do it again. So basically you do this as many times as you can in the 5 minutes. Each one of these patrols counts as a separate mission. Each one of these patrols will reward you 480 dilithium, plus you'll also get the it's 10 to 12 marks, 10 if you're normal, and 12 if you're running any mark bonuses. Get a decent bit of damage behind you. Be able to get 4 runs in. That's 2,000 dilithium in 5 minutes. I do think for tunes that are capable of doing the 4 runs on each system, it's a little bit faster than going down to Dice and Ground, because you can get your 8,000 in 15-20 minutes. But not every player can do it. Believe it or not, this tune can't do it. The one that actually does is my main Sai. I suppose I could do if I dropped it down to like normal settings. It would be much easier to go. You know, they'd just die much faster. I mean, if you are passing as well, you'll notice your damage will go down each run. Number one, because of the time between combats, it registers as one long combat. And the other one is you're going in with abilities that aren't off cooldown, so yeah, you'll notice it'll be a little bit more detrimental the further you go into it. So as you can see, I can now just rinse and repeat this. Yes, that's number 2. And if you're doing these runs, I mean, on a normal setting, if you're a 50k player in ISA, you should be able to get at least 4 to 5 of these runs in Japori, maybe one less in Korea and Gamma Eridon and Beta Thoridor. But you can still see it's a good little one for dilithium. I mean, just in what 2 minutes alone, there's 960 dilithium, plus I can turn in those marks. So I've already collected Romulan marks today. But in the meantime, I need to go get myself a drink. So I shall go and retrieve one. And I shall be back in a moment. back now. Thank you very much for waiting for us. I've got a nice hot cup of tea, and as you can hear, my throat sounds a lot more lubricated, so I'm good to talk for at least another 10 hours. And Kirby's going, oh no, please make him stop.
I like hearing it talk.
Thought the voice in your head was bad. Wait till you hear this one. Mwahaha.
Oh no.
So it's been they say it's been exceptionally hot in the UK for Easter, and they started probably already saying it's global warming. So I'm sat here absolutely baking at the moment.
People say everything is global warming. They say that record low temperatures in the northern Midwest United States is global warming.
Yeah, what about the record cold you just had?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
They say that's down to global warming.
Yeah. Yay! It's getting warm, which means the planet gets colder, guys. Oh, it's silly. I was looking at they've classified them now, but there was a load of reports from the Danish Navy that was showing their measurements of Antarctic sea ice going back something like 300 years, and the ice over the last 15 years has actually shown growth beyond the point at which it was in 1979. So it's thicker today than it was 30 years ago in the northern hemisphere. So I don't know who to believe. Bring on the alien overlords.
Yep. Have you sent the message to your homeworld yet?
I have, yes.
Oh, have they said when they're arriving?
Well, we've got to step up what you call global warming, we call bioengineering. So
Of course.
Got to acclimatise the planet. So about 3 weeks ish.
Is that all?
Yep. That's all.
You heard it, folks. The alien overlords will be here in 3 weeks.
Well, they're not actually landed.
Oh, they're not?
No, they're not. They're not. The intergalactic president's decided he's going to build a wall.
Oh, no.
He's been shouting about it for a few hundred years, and he's finally got the backing. And they're building a wall in there. Just in front of Earth. Stop people getting out.
So wait. So in this analogy, the rest of the galaxy is the United States and we're Mexico?
Bye. See you later. I'm gone. I'll send you a postcard. See, all these flying saucers people are seeing are not flying saucers, they're just drones. Just checking up. Border Patrol.
Border Patrol.
Potentially, I mean, if you think about it, it could be. I mean, there's those theories out there, isn't there, that we've been quarantined from the rest of the universe, which is why there's been no contact, despite the vast evidence that there should be something there, and that in all likelihood it should have contacted us by now. But maybe they see how bad we are, and they have walled us off. You never know. It's true.
Well, I mean, my question is, if there is an alien society out there that is advanced enough to travel fast enough to get to us within their lifetime, to travel the stars, then we would seem pretty primitive. So why would they want to contact us?
That's a very good point. and one that is answered by somebody with a lot more qualifications in this area than myself. And I'm just going to say because they don't have a Gmail account. That's all I'm going to say. If aliens had a Gmail account, yeah, they would. They'd probably contact us to get the latest. You said Kardashians or the Kardashians? Oh dear! Could you imagine Golden Cat with an enormous Anyway, moving swiftly on before we get sued by any of the networks. Oops. Right. What else should I do on this tune? What have I got to do? Let's see. I've got some missions that I need to play.
I have to go grab Neil and Exel.
I've got to do all the Age of Discovery. I've got to do all of these yet. I've skipped all of them. Oops.
For shame.
Why is when you think, oh, I need to go get that set bonus, so I've done it on my main 3, 4, 5 times. It's like, do I really want to? I will do eventually. Although I still do quite like the underground parts of Drazana Station. Bonniekin. Love that. I've actually recorded Bonniekin and I did have it as a ringtone for a while. But I used to get strange looks from people.
I would imagine so.
I can't decide which mission to do. I did complete that story arc. I think I didn't actually do the Cardassian arc on this too, and I skipped all of that. So yeah, I did. But as you can see, where they've launched new missions, it's reset itself. I definitely don't want to go into the Delta Quadrant and do anything related to the Kabali. Oh! I'd rather play Russian roulette with 6 bullets in the gun. Right, what do I need? There were some bits that I needed to get off this tune. Or for this tune. I can't think what they were. Was it Blood of the Ancients I needed? I think I've got all of those bits from there. I think I've done that a couple of times. I think I've got the bits from House of Peg as well. Oh, I could get the trait point blank shot. Don't have that. There we go. Let's go do House of Peg. Which are basically, if you do see me on the ground, I do practice the old ancient technique of just running around firing your weapon. My universal build advice for anybody that is not sure how to build their character on the ground. I hope I've done it. Yeah, I have. Top left, bottom right. And then make sure you are carrying a hypo. And there you go. There's a ground build for you. It sounds stupid, but it sort of works, especially if you've got a decent kit. Something that's got a nice lot of kit performance on it. I'm not sure what I'm using on this tool at the moment. Ah, there you go. A Zindi tactical kit with kit performance times 2.
Caper.
Yeah. And it's epic as well, so it's got the extra kit performance on it. I mean, if you do need a little bit of extra boost, I do in space use these buffs here, but on ground you can use the ground boost as well to give you an extra 10 points across the board on all your skills for 4 hours. And that also survives with you. You can pick them up for your star base. You get the elite ones at tier 5. Here we go. This looks like it's going to be the start of it. There we go. Alright, let's go speak to Ramir.
And welcome aboard the IKSA. My name is Ramir, and your reputation for getting the job done precedes you. Alliance Command, if you do not know about my team or our...
Let's go talk to him again.
Data recovered from the station in the Calbriden system has pinpointed the route, of course. Nevertheless, we have the coordinates of the Iconian base. Our infiltration is our specialty. We have technology not available to other ships of the fleet. Our cloak, then we fight.
Perhaps I haven't realised that I've got my own cloaking device.
This is our mission. You are Blair is right over.
Alright, let's speak to Blair. There he is, over here.
What do you want? Why?
Don't worry, Travana. It's fine. Yes, but the chances are slight. If the charges are properly placed and calibrated, it should not be a problem. Well, the risk comes from non-stabilized omega particles. They are very unstable. Right. If we were to stabilize the particles into one or more omega molecules...
I disagree. Taking the time to stabilize the molecules puts the team in danger. You insult my honor. It is my duty to protect this team. I will not so be it.
That didn't go too well, did it? Seemed a bit moody. But still, it's only the Iconians. I think.
Sensor range, but once we get close to the planet, we will not be able to risk a wide scan.
so we have to end it, head into this first waypoint, and then we get to, I think it's drop either a buoy or some sort of marker.
In order to expedite the triangulation process, my ship will move away from yours and perform our own scan. Position confirmed. Beginning scans. Sensor interference is preventing us from getting a good reading. Move to 16 kilometers. 16 kilometers confirmed. Beginning sensor sweep.
Valere here. I have coordinates for the facility, but I cannot do it.
To answer the question about plasma leech, yes. If you've got nothing else to put in the slot, it's still will cap out at 7.5 per subsystem, which is still a bonus to you if you are low on power. But as I say, if you've got other things to put in those console slots, then by all means use them, especially if they're going to be boosting things like crit chance, crit severity. Accuracy rollover is also working well, so if you've got something there, there's a few consoles out there that got a big accuracy boost on them, plus 40 or so. It's definitely worth slotting those instead over the plasmonic leech. Unfortunately, it's one of those consoles that they literally killed overnight. I think Valakin did that very, very famous picture of them being dumped out of a tipper truck into a big pile of plasmonic leech consoles.
This facility was very well concealed and shielded. Even now, our scans are so true that our tricorders will be of assistance while navigating. Now that they...
Right, this is this is where I've got to run round and kill the Tholians on the ground. Yay!
Premier to Hague. We are ready for him.
Kapla, you and your team have done well so far. Now, let us back. I am Kalis, Emperor of the Klingon Empire. Although there are those who believe me to be a pretender, I have been the moral leader. I am more than a figurehead. A man cannot lead an empire of warriors without being a warrior himself. I carry the... There is always a need for the...
Yeah, I mean, as I say, there is a place for the leech.
It's a symbol of eternal victory.
But as you get other components through the course of the game, you'll find there'll be things that you'll replace it with. Right, so let's find the first Omega generator. So let's press V. Yeah. Would you use tricorder to stop wasting time? He's not exactly moved anywhere, has he?
We're right behind you.
Nope.
Oh, now they decide to be right behind me. See, I don't play this often enough. Even all my ground crew are dead already. Terrible. That's right, we're bringing them back to life. Don't worry, guys. You'll come back to life soon. There you go. I think he wants me to go that way.
You think?
Yeah, possibly.
Up a different Omega generator.
Maybe. I don't know. It'll take a few seconds for me to see what you're talking. Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
I hate those gateways.
Hmm. So which ground set do you use, Ed? One of our viewers wants to know.
I don't use any real set. I
Are you
tend
using the
to
Nicole 2-piece?
no, not on this tune. I'm not.
Okay.
As I say, this one's a little bit different, and come on, activate that for me. Thank you. Give me a second. Let me just kill this harbinger to Cat, and then I'll be with you. There we go. So as I say, yeah, this one's a little bit different. So I've got on the Advanced Fleet Recoil Armour, mainly because it's got that massive 80% crit severity bonus. The shields are the Elite Fleet Adaptive Shields on this tune, and the weapons are the Bolian and the Sphere Builder Anti-Proton Repulsor. On my main tune I will use the Nickel Shields, but I use the Anti-Proton weapons and again the Fleet Armour. You'll find a lot of people don't tend to use ground sets. Quite a few do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's bad either way. I just tend not to do that many ground maps where I need a ground set. I find that even just the fleet stuff is perfectly adequate, even at advanced level, as you can see. I hate this game. Now you get to see
You
how
hate
bad
this
I am
game?
at this. Especially as I've got no sound
the-
on. So it's more difficult because you can't actually hear the sound of it being captured. There we go, but I got what I needed.
The Omega minigame.
Yes. Yeah, I would admit I should have a look on my side, but
Why don't you tell him why you hate that game, Ed?
I'm colourblind. I can't see it too well. Well, that's what it says there. Right, which hallway am I going to? Right, it says down here. There they are. I think the bloom might be set a bit too high on this tune. I'll have a look at that in a second. That's fine.
That Hollow says his ground set, everything buffs his kit abilities.
Yeah, which ground
He's a
set are you using?
psychic.
Which ground set are you using? You can join our in-game chat channel, which is /channel join temporal space intrafleet. I'm going to die here in a minute, aren't I? Yep. So yeah, /channel join space temporal and intrafleet INTRAFLEET. And you can link it in there. I can have a look at it. I might have seen it. Probably thought of using it, just haven't bothered because I don't do enough ground. As you can see, I put the hyper on the wrong button. That should be down there on my joypad. And let's put... Oh, it's a 3-0 modulator. It's not what I thought it was. There you go. That's better. Note to self, buff your attack up before you go and fight. Told you I don't play attack often enough. And dead. Ooh. That's right. They go around there and the Klingons will kill them off. Yay! What's that one? I'll do. Oh, I've got to talk about that. That's all the way back here. I should have read what it said on the side. It said running away. Oh! See, even the maps here is looking a bit washed out. That's looking better. There we go.
We got some information from the Iconian network. How did you? Fortunately, I come prepared. My tricorder is this is interesting. There are battle plans here for the Delta Quadrant. The Iconians were advising Ket, one of the Iconians. It's here. Yes, sir. We need to find the last.
So Kathy took his shield and gun, Enviro suit, and Craig Wave dual pistols.
Last Omega generator.
Right, let's just play through this cutscene.
It's to Ket.
So that Hollow says he uses the Zenkethi 2-piece shield,
I saw that, yeah.
plus gun. Okay.
Yeah, he's in a TF at the moment. He'll try and join the chat channel afterwards.
Okay.
Right, let's talk to Kalis. This is the bit where he goes off.
My blood sings for this battle. It is the war.
He says
Yeah.
he's in a TFO. He'll try and join after.
Firing a disruptor.
There you go, let's Kalis go in and
Anyone can kill an Iconian.
basically go and commit suicide. Right, which way do I want to go now? Oh, at least he stopped singing.
It could be worse. I think for April Fool's Day, they should take out the song that he normally sings
And Rickroll.
and the Klingon language rickroll.
Yes.
So if any devs are listening, there's your April Fool's joke for next.
Defender of Kamchi, and Emperor of the Klingons.
I'm sure we can get a message there in some way, shape or form.
First of its kind. Will you not face me, Ticket? What could a being such as yourself have to fear from one?
Don't you mean one Klingon? There we go, dead, boom, gone. The harbouring of Ticket.
That was very fast.
It was, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's bring him out here. So this is usual tactic, just run round him in circles. Keeps your defence up.
Kind of like in space when you fly around in circles to keep your defense up.
Yep, same thing. Oh, might heal, might do. I think I need to heal all that ground crew.
weaken the Iconian, and I think I know how. Omega molecules gather energy like sponges in water. That's why a small amount of Omega can generate such a vast amount of power. Quick, find a console and activate the reactor. If we hit the Iconian with Omega, we might be able to injure it.
Ha! Glorious battle! The honorable warrior will always prevail, demon. You are no god, Cat, and your tyranny ends now.
Oh, he's harmless.
Now, to finish this.
Unfortunately, my cat went the same way.
Emergency transport now.
I mean, it's not every day you have your cat killed by Iconians.
We've lost Kalis. True. The data recovered by your team.
You're right. We can't
Let's drop out a red alert and then we can go over and transmit this data.
We're at the optimal transmission location.
Iconian gateway. It's an ambush.
An ambush for who, I ask? There we go. That's the trait that I wanted. A point blank shot. Been meaning to get this for a while actually, so it's quite handy.
I will mourn for Caelus, but celebrate his life.
I must have already got it. I don't remember getting it on this tune. Oh well. Yay!
And yay!
And yay, I already had it. Way! That'll teach me to check, won't it?
Point blank shot is a good thing.
Yes, it is. It is. It's a very good trait. Very, very good trait. Alright, but let's refine some dilithium because it's just gone that time. So yeah, I've started building up some of these ready for the weekend. So I've got 90 there. I did actually sell a load of them. I sold a stack of 100 the other day, but I open enough boxes to fill them back up again, so it's not an issue. And I'm saving a nice ultimate upgrade there. So one of the other things I need to do is I need to go into my Gamma Task Force, and I need to queue one of these. I need to pick up one of the carapaces, and then I need to drop that on here. I still don't have the 4-piece for the Gamma set, which works quite well on a side too. I played around with it a bit on Trivial, and I still haven't got around to getting it on main. So I'm just doing it now for sake of completeness. But I am going to be calling it a night on stream very soon anyway. It's only a short one tonight, but don't forget, next week we are doing the giveaway for those 2 Tholian ships. I am going to have to disappear because there's a few fleet things that I need to do first and some people that I need to catch before I log off tonight. So I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to say good night.
Good night.